If you want a roadmap to success on your self-improvement journey, my free course on setting the right goals, as well as 1 month for free on Skillshare, or cheaper access to the Dream Body Fitness transformation before its release, check all the links in the description. Yo, what's good? It's King Kai, and know your eyes are not deceiving you. There are 2 uploads for today. I just believe that today's discussion was going to be so valuable that I didn't want to wait to put it out. But in today's discussion, in today's video, we're going to talk about what fat guys should be doing in place of doing excessive cardio to get the body that they want. And when I say fat guys, I don't mean this to shame or to make fun of you for being a bigger person. I'm actually here to highlight the advantage that you have of being a bigger person. Now, if you want to get the body that you actually want, you're going to need to start lifting pretty heavy weights. That's what you're going to need to do instead. And now, this may sound a little bit outlandish because people usually just say get on the treadmill, do some cardio, get in a massive caloric deficit, and then you lose the weight. Now, they're not technically wrong. You can lose weight doing that, but it's not going to get you the body that you want. You're going to end up with a skinny, fat frame. And if you don't know what that is, you're going to be small, but you have no muscle and you have an excess amount of body fat, and it still doesn't look that good. Now, the problem here is usually when people get into the gym, they get on the treadmill, right? They believe that, oh, if I just do a bunch of cardio, then I will get 6-pack abs and then I will look great. That's not the case at all. If you didn't know this, abs are muscles, if you didn't know that. So if you just do cardio all day, they're not going to build for all of a sudden for some reason. And on top of that, doing cardio all day is extremely boring. A lot of people get into the gym and then they want to just do cardio all day and then leave, and then they quit. I don't blame you for quitting because that's boring. Like I'd do the same thing, but I don't do that all the time. But what you need to do is you need to start lifting heavy weights. And now the reason why this is going to be like the best thing for you if you're a fat person is because you already are pretty big. And if you guys have had friends who get into the gym, never lived a day in their life, and they're like 200 something pounds and they just throw up 225 on the bench, it's because they're heavier. That extra weight allows them to push up more weight. You know, you see like skinnier guys get into the gym and they can barely lift like 100 pounds. It's because like there's no muscle or no weight to push the weight away. That makes sense? But if you're a bigger person, you have the potential to lift heavier weights. And what does that mean? When you lift heavier weights, you have the potential to build more muscle. And when you build more muscle, you burn more fat. Okay? So this is how it works. Your muscles are fat building machines, basically. Or fat burning machines, excuse me. The thing is, your muscles need energy in order to perform. And fat, if you didn't know this, is simply just an extra storage of energy. So when you eat something and your body puts it into fat storage and you start gaining weight, then that's literally your body saying, we're saving this for later. It's not there for no reason. And you just have an excess amount of it. But if you get into the gym and you start lifting heavy weights, your body's going to use that fat in order to build its muscle up so it can be stronger to lift the weight that you're lifting, right? And then that's going to help build up that physique that you really, really want. And that is why cardio does not work that well, because you're tearing away that advantage. You have the advantage of being a bigger guy, and you can use that to lift weights. And if you get rid of that, that's a lot of potential that's just gone there. And so, like I said, you're going to start lifting heavier weights, and then like the stronger your muscle becomes, the more of the fat it's going to take in order to uplift or uphold that standard of energy output. Okay? And now when you're lifting, you want to make sure that you are sticking to primarily the compound lifts. And if you guys don't know what compound lifts are, that means lifts that target multiple muscle groups at once. So for example, it's going to be the bench press, the overhead press, the bent over row, deadlift, squat, and there's also the bodyweight ones like push-up, pull-ups, dips, stuff like that. But like we're talking about the weights one, okay? So these muscle groups or these weight training exercises target multiple muscles at once. So what that means is the more muscles that are being targeted, the more energy is being expended to lift a certain weight or to lift the exercise. And what does that mean? More body fat is being burnt. So that is why you need to lift heavy weights. And the stronger you become, the more like you just start melting off fat just like that. It just like completely disappears, okay? And now another great thing about being a bigger person getting ready to lift in the gym is that you don't really need to bulk or anything like that. So let's say skinnier guys, they go through like this phase of bulking and then cutting. So let's say like this is like their timeline, right? They go bulk, cut, bulk, cut, bulk, cut, bulk, boom, body at the end, right? Their body looks amazing at the end. But you have to go through multiple phases to build muscle, burn off body fat, build more muscle, burn off body fat, and then the body looks really good at the end. But you already did the bulking part. You don't really need to do that anymore. Now all you have to do is just like build up some more muscle and cut off some body fat here. Your journey is already like 50% of the way done. You already like did all the work by yourself. And since your muscles have been carrying away that excess weight for so long, they're already conditioned to lift heavier weight. So that means that you're gonna have a stronger deadlift and a stronger squat. And now another great thing is, I'm throwing a lot at you right now, but this is an amazing concept. Another great thing is, like, since you are already predisposed to lift heavier weights, that means you're going to be more exposed to testosterone boosts. And lifting weights boosts your testosterone, and once that goes up, you burn even more fat. You have every reason in the world to get a giant, amazing looking body, but you just don't understand that yet because society has shamed you into believing that you're a bad person for just being a big guy, which is weird to me. Alright, so like you get in there, you lift heavy, and also make sure you're including progressive overload here. If you don't know what that is, a progressive overload basically means that you're increasing the volume every single week in some kind of way. Now the volume can mean the amount of sets that you do, the amount of reps that you do, or the amount of weight that you do, but something has to go up. And also, so let's say if you were to lift in like 8 to 12 repetition range, which is like the primary rep range for building up muscle growth, then you would want to maybe increase the weight to like for like another 2.5 pounds every Monday. So let's say on Monday you're doing bench press, you do 100 pounds. Next week you're gonna try to go for 105. That's really all you're doing. And then as you increase the weight every single week or increase the volume every single week, your body is getting stronger and you're burning more fat. And the great thing is, the more muscle that you have, the more body fat that you burn when you're not doing anything. Like right now, I'm burning calories right now just because I'm muscular, right? But like other people don't get that advantage because they don't have a lot of muscle in their body. Alright, man. Before I let you go, though, I want to make sure that you understand that I don't want you to completely get rid of cardio, because you do want a strong, healthy set of heart and lungs that'll last you into the rest of your life. So you can like get your heart rate up in the beginning, and that'll get your body pumped up for the weight training session. So let's say you can do like a bike or something like that, or an incline walk or whatever, or a stair step, or whatever you want to do. But that's gonna get you ready for the weight training session. But this should not be the bulk of your training. You should not come in saying, I'm gonna do cardio and leave. That should not be the plan. One, you'll get bored fast, and two, you're just gonna get rid of everything that you need to get the body that you want. Okay? So remember what I said. Cut down the cardio. Like, don't get on the treadmill for 10 years, okay? Make sure that you start lifting heavier weights, and then you start building up more muscle, which will burn more fat. Because like the fat is energy storages, so it's going to use that for the training. Okay, make sure you get into your compound lift. So like I said, bench press, overhead press, squat, deadlift, bent over row, and also include progressive overload every single week to make sure that you are progressing. It's in the name. So if you have any questions, let me know in the description box, in the comments section. Let me know in the comment section, and go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel and join my Discord server in the description. All right. This is your Sensei King Kai. I appreciate you guys watching. See you in the next video. Deuces.